glad to have you. We'd like to welcome you, and you're in for a treat tonight, two family bands. We'd like to thank our volunteers. You see at both corners of the building, running around here selling popcorn, cake. You'll see mops and brooms, whatever, but they're all volunteers, and we appreciate it. Can we give them a hand? Our sponsors for our weekly shows: Brian Label, WETS-FM, Scott County Telecom, Price and Raby, and Times News. We have a tradition here of giving away a hat to the person who has come the farthest way to be with us tonight. Now, I have a list of some states. I got Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Indiana, California, Wisconsin, and Florida. Any states I missed?
Canada.
We got Canada, Kentucky, Tennessee. Who? Did she say Australia?
Yep.
Australia? We need another hat. All right. I know we've got people here from Tasmania and Australia. So the two foreign countries will take home the hats. And they're from Virginia Tourism, and she's getting them right now. Just come on up and get them, please. Representative Roper, thank you for coming so far to be with us tonight. It's so good to have you. Talking about good bands, we have one coming up next week. It's the Cody Norris Show, and this band has recently won quite a few awards, and I think you would enjoy it. It's a lively show, and he's a very good personality. We would like for you to take the opportunity during our break to visit the museum and the cabin. They're located that way on the campus. At intermission, we will have a drawing. Please hold on to your entrance tickets and your 50-50 tickets. One will be, this bear will be given away. We give away another hat, and then the 50-50 drawing is cash. Coming up on November the 9th, we have a Mount Vernon Church benefit show. Now, Mount Vernon is a church that was started by A.P. Carter, their family, and other people here in the valley, and we're having a benefit program for them. Some of the artists that will be performing on that show, again, that's November the 9th, it's a Sunday afternoon: Tennessee Mafia Jug Band, White Top Mountain Band, Crooked Road Ramblers, Russ Family Band, they'll be here in just a minute, Ronnie Williams and the Carter Sound, and Eugene Wolf. The doors for that program will open at 1 o'clock, and the music will begin at 2:30. There will be a food truck on campus, so come hungry and prepare to eat with us. That's the club truck that will be there. Now, tonight is a kind of a special night because we have what I call the gold and the old, the gold and the silver. The first band that's coming up is the Russ Family Band. They're kind of our local house band. You'll see them after they perform. You'll see them all across the area volunteering. And I call them the Silver Band because the band that follows them is the McLain Band. And they started about the same age, playing all over the world, and especially this stage. So they have kind of mentored the Russ Family Band, for which we appreciate them very much. They know what it's like to be there, and we hope that Russ Family gets there, and they're off to a good start. So that's that for that. In our souvenirs, we have some brand new t-shirts, new colors. I think you will like them. Please check the website for entrance fees. They vary from show to show. And also we have a tradition here at the fold. If it's a gospel song, we stay in our seats. We don't dance to gospel songs only. So I think that's all the announcements. And I'd like to bring on the Russ Family Band.
band real quick. So this is our oldest sister, Addie, on the mandolin. This is our sister, oh yeah, give her a round of applause. This is Amelia, who was just playing the dobro, and I was going to play the auto harp for you all. My name is Anne Marie on the guitar and singing some vocals for you. And in the back, we've got our little brother, Mr. Jasper Tennessee, on that bass.
And this next song we're going to do is an old Carter family number. It comes from the traditional tune Cannonball Blues, and then A.P. Carter reworked it, and we got He's Solid Gone. you all so much. We're going to do one more song here, and this one is entitled Good Night, Sweetheart. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must say good night, sweetheart. Good night. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must say good night, sweetheart. Good night. Well, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and baby, I just can't get right. Well, I hate to leave you, baby. I swear I don't mean maybe, because I love you so. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must say good night, sweetheart. Good night. Well, your mother and your father won't like it if I stay too long. Well, one kiss, darling, and I'll be going. You know I hate to go. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must say good night, sweetheart. Good night. Good night, sweetheart. Good night.
We're proud of that group. I call them my Carterfold grandkids. I can remember when Jasper, the bass was a lot bigger than him, and now you can see he's about to outgrow it. So, but they're good kids, and as long as this continues, people, our music will not die. They'll be here. They'll be playing. That's part of the Carterfold. All right, so next we have the McLain family, and they've been coming. I told one of them a while ago they laid the cornerstone. They've been coming forever. We all know and love them. The McLain family band.
Thank you so much, Debbie. It's wonderful to be with you again. As she said, we've been coming since 1974, and it's been an important thing to us. You all have been part of our lives, and I hope that we might have been part of yours. We always start with some Carter family songs when we come. And wasn't the Rust family wonderful? Debbie's right. We were about that age when we started playing. There were people that were very nice to us and let us come and play on their shows, and we're honored to have them with us tonight. Are we set to go? Okay. Tell me, I'm having a senior moment here. The name of the song is Sweet Fern.
I 70s. It's one that our father wrote, and he wrote it a lot in a way about how he felt about playing music. It's good to see Tammy Bright, by the way. Haven't seen you in too long. So many friends here that we don't see other times. Our father wrote this. It's called "You Sing for Me, I'll Sing for You."
I've come through stormy weather, I'm sure you've seen it too. But now we've got together and it's good to be with you. Well, here I am, and there you are, we have nothing much to say. Surely there's a better way to celebrate today. Sing for me, I'll sing for you, I'll sing for you. I need each other, yes we do, yes we do. It takes me
Ann Rosemary wrote this song. It's called Brown Eyed Baby.
This ain't just another love song, honey, 'cause I wrote this one for you, to tell you that I'm missing you, and being true. I know when the song's on the radio, you know your brown-eyed baby singing for you. You know your little darling loves you. There's nothing else that I could ever do. Just find a ride and come on home. Then your brown-eyed baby won't be blue. I took my money in the jukebox, honey, I played this tune for you. And though you may be miles away, I won't believe our love is through. I know when the song's on the radio, you know your brown-eyed baby singing for you. You know your little darling loves you. There's nothing else that I could ever do. Just find a ride, come on home. Then your brown-eyed baby won't be blue. I've been hanging around the tramway station and everybody looks like you. I get so sad sometimes I cry, seeing every bus go through. I know when the song's on the radio, you know your brown-eyed baby singing for you. You know your little darling loves you. There's nothing else
young lady who's playing the mandolin right now is her sister Alice. She's going to sing you a good song.
Ain't nothing in this world that I like better than bacon and lettuce and homegrown tomatoes. Up in the morning, out in the garden, pick your right one, don't get a heart. Plant 'em in the spring or eat 'em in the summer, all winter without 'em. It's a culinary bummer. I forget all about sweating and a digging. Every time I go out and pick me a big one, homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes. What'll life be without homegrown tomatoes? Only two things a money can't buy. That's true love and homegrown tomatoes. You could go out to eat, and that's for sure. But there's nothing homegrown tomato won't cure. Put 'em in a salad, put 'em in a stew. You can even make your very own tomato juice. Eat 'em with eggs or eat 'em with gravy. Eat 'em with beans, pinto or navy. Put 'em on the side, put 'em in the middle. Put your homegrown tomatoes on a hot cake griddle. Homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes. What'll life be without homegrown tomatoes? Only two things that money can't buy. That's true love and homegrown tomatoes. If I was to change the life I lead, I'd be Johnny Tomato Seed, 'cause I know what this country needs. It's homegrown tomatoes every yard I see. When I die, don't bury me in a box in a cemetery, 'cause out in the garden would be much better. I could be pushing up a homegrown tomato. Homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes. What'll life be without homegrown tomatoes? Only two things that money can't buy. That's true love and homegrown tomatoes.
Here's a number that's right off of our brand new Kentucky Moon CD. Ruth wrote this for Daxon to sing. It's a good song, good love song called My Home is in Kentucky.
My home is in Kentucky, rolling hills of Kentucky. Looking round home, I never felt so lucky. I've been up and down the road, walked down rivers, flowed on
River City Blues, woo!
We'll do that for you. We'll do that for you in just a minute. Thank you for asking. That's, I'm excited about that. Thank you. First, we're just going to do a few gospel songs. This is a little quartet number. Dexon's going to lead this. This is our friend from Morgan County, Kentucky, Dexon Lewis. Dexon. I played the banjo all the time, you know, and I had a little surgery on my index finger on my right hand, which meant I couldn't play very well with that finger. And we asked Dexon to come fill in on a couple of dates, and this was about how many years ago? 10 years ago. You never let me believe. This is Dexon Lewis.
Feeling in my soul since the Savior made me whole. Way down, way down, way down, way down, way down deep in my soul. I'm testing Jesus every day, for I know I'm on my way. Way down, way down, way down, way down deep in my soul. My soul down in my soul, my soul. I'll sing and pray. Pray till Christ shall come. Take me with you, stay, and I'll be going to that home. Never more from him to roam. Way down, way down, way down, way down, way down deep in my soul, my soul. The light of heaven I now can see, for he came and set me free. Way down, way down, way down, way down, way down deep in my soul.
One of my favorites of the night. Alice is going to sing this beautiful song called Now is the Cool of the Day.
It's a song written by Jean Ritchie. It's from Eastern Kentucky. She's well known around the mountains now.
Green, and I'll return in the cool of the day. walks in his garden in the cool of the day.
This is a song that was written by a wonderful entertainer and a wonderful banjo player and a songwriter and a singer from Pike County, Kentucky. Her name was Molly O'Day, and she wrote a lot of wonderful songs, played the banjo in the old-time style, and was a great entertainer. And she wrote songs like When My Time Comes to Go and In the Boxcar Ahead, and a lot of songs. She had a lot of commercial success. And this is one of her songs. It's called Coming Down from God.
Come down from God.
Thank you very much. I had a lot of senior moments in that number, but it's a good song. We're going to do your song right now, River City Blues. This is a number that I wrote for Sonny Osborne back in the. I had several requests before the show started. Most of them were, Raymond, would you please tune your banjo? And most of the requests came from the rest of the band. they say, now we're almost done with the first set, now you tune. But this is for you. I wrote this for Sonny. He wanted to record it on a record he was going to do with J.D. Crowe, and the record never happened. But he liked the tune, and he named it the River City Blues. And this is it, River City Blues. 3, 4.
River
number is one that has been very important to our family. Our father wrote this years ago when we were touring overseas. And if we were ever homesick, he would say something like, you know, that wind that's blowing across your cheek one time blew in Kentucky. And he wrote this song, Kentucky Wind.
The wind sings an old song in Kentucky. Have remembered from some other time and place. It brings back now and then an old time feeling. Lived over from its never ending. Sing to me,
ones, we've come to the end of the first half, and there's a lot more coming up in the second half. And David, we've got some drawings, and did I understand we have some people here from the Netherlands? Is that right?
Tasmania.
From Tasmania. Well, welcome everybody. We're glad everybody has come from near and from far. And I can't always see very well. Is that Barbara right there? Barbara Harrison. Welcome, Barbara. Glad you came too. From Tasmania, huh? That's quite a swim. These guys here. Where now? Right here.
Are y'all from like Hobart? I couldn't quite hear that. Okay. We were there maybe 20 years ago to Hobart, Tasmania. Saw the Tasmanian Devils, hung out with a rough crowd down there. It was really great. We froze to death. It was our summer, it was your winter. We didn't have warm clothes. We had a great time. We love Tasmania. I'm glad you're all here.
Thank you, Alan. Okay, Debbie, we'll turn things over to you.
Thank you. The McLain family has some albums, and we don't have albums anymore, with CDs and things over there for sale. Visit their table. Souvenir shops open. The museum and the cabin will be open. The concession stand will close about 15 to 20 minutes into the second set. Be back around 9. We have a drawing for the teddy bear, hats, and the 50-50. Enjoy your intermission. We're about ready to do our drawing. We're going to be drawing for the admission tickets. The first drawing is for a hat, and a young lady that's going to be drawing tonight, her name is Josie. She's 5 years old, and she's from Johnson City. Okay. Again, this is for the hat, and it's the admission tickets. And the number 549684. That's for the hat. 549684. Okay. All right. Here we go. I think we got a winner. All right. We're going to draw one more from the admission tickets, and that's for Mr. Bear. These are handmade by one of our regulars, where's Miss Benny? She makes. All right, let's see what you got. All right. We have the ticket for the bear. The lucky number 717624. That'll get you Mr. Bear. 717624. We'll do 50-50 and then come back to that if there's no winner in the building. All right, we'll come back to that to draw the second ticket if nobody claims it. All right, for our 50-50, Josie's going to draw. These are the yellow tickets, the 50-50 you purchased on either side. All right, she has a ticket and the number is 354538. 354538. That's for the 50-50. We're going to draw again because she wants to give away her bear. Do we have a bear? Winner for the bear? No, you want the hat, right? Okay. All right, so we need to draw another one to try to get Mr. Bear. Nobody claims Mr. Bear. We're going to draw another one. Okay. All right, this is the last one for Mr. Bear. 549684. 9667. 549667. All right, let me remind you, we do have a taker for the mayor and a half. Thank you all for doing 50-50 as well. Let me remind you that the concession stand will be closing within the next 15 to 20 minutes, except for maybe soft drinks. There's still some homemade cake. We have new t-shirts and the souvenirs. You guys ready? Go grab the rest of that fruit. Back to the stage, the McLain family band.
Yeah!
Well, thank you, Debbie, and thank you, everybody. It's wonderful having some nice conversations with some of you over the break. Let's do this especially for Debbie. Her father helped build this stage and helped build this building and done so many things to help make the Carter fold over the years. We grew up playing with country dancing for our father, and John Hartford and I wrote a tune about doing that. It's called The Dance in Old Kentucky. I'm driving fast and running late. I'm all worked up, I've got a date. My pretty girl don't want to wait. There's a dance in Old Kentucky. Clear the hallway, sweep the floor. Find you a bar to couple up for a dance in Old Kentucky. A song right now that's on our next and newest album, Celebrate Life. And this is an old song. Alice is going to keep the old time banjo, and they're going to sing a beautiful song, an old song called Get Me Along. I think I've introduced everybody but Al. This young man came in 1977 and married my beautiful sister Alice, and we got to play a lot of music together over the years, and that's one of the nice things in our lives. This is Al White.
Saw
waltz.
Okay.
Raymond!
Well, thank you, friends. We have I introduced everybody? I have, haven't I? Ruth, you want to tell them what we have at the record table?
Oh, yeah, I do. There's so many fun things, and I enjoy talking with you all so much. Yes, that one is one of our brand new one is Kentucky Moon, and it has a lot of the songs we're doing today. Also, Celebrate Life, the one right before that, also has a lot of ones we're doing. There's an instrumental album, a Christmas album, a Kentucky Mountain Banjo album, and there's a compilation this year. We got all of our albums digitized from 1970 on. We had 16 albums, and so there are 8 albums in Volume 1 and 8 albums in Volume 2 on CDs, on 4 CDs in each collection. So that's an exciting thing. We have a photo album, photo history book that has a lot of fun pictures. There are albums, there are also banjo strings. Raymond has banjo strings that have been made specially to his specific things that he likes. Right? Gauges and those things. And so we have his banjo, and it has a picture of Raymond on the cover of it. And they're made in Hungary by hand. They're amazing strings. And there are t-shirts, and Jody Miller is our graphic designer, and she's here with all the fun things. And we also have stickers that are free if you have an instrument case or a water bottle or whatever you'd like to put a sticker on. Come get a free sticker. And we just love getting to be with you and enjoy talking with so many of you during the break too. This one is the title song.
Yeah!
Special request for the title song of the new album, Kentucky Moon.
Yes!
Wonder where I'd find you.
asked us to, Edna. This is the tune Ruth sings and plays on the bass called I'm Looking Over a Four-Leaf Clover.
Some folks were asking for trucks. Have we got time for three more? we got time for 3 more? 3 more? Okay. Then let's get singing and do a Pastor St. Mary's Harbor. Okay, this is for Tammy. 1, 2, 3. That 2 banjos can make twice as much racket as 1 can. All right, this is Troublesome Creek. That's why it's a good thing Daxton comes along. 1, 2, 1, 2.
place to play. He played everywhere in the world. He played in New York City in Carnegie Hall. He played in Finlandia Hall in Helsinki and Orchestra Hall in Chicago. And the Grand Ole Opry. He played a lot of wonderful places. But he always said our family fold was his favorite stage that he ever played on. He loved the people here.
Your daddy ever was.
What's that?
I said you're as good a picker as your daddy ever was.
You're very kind to say that, but I'll tell you what, none of us would be playing at all if it weren't for him. He was great. But it has been a real honor, and we thank you so much for this kind invitation. It always feels so good to come here. It feels like coming home. We feel like we have friends and family here, and we appreciate each one of you very much. Rita Forrester, of course, wants to be here tonight, and you know she had a problem with her leg, her femur, so we might keep her in our prayers. Thank goodness that they could have good medical attention and good people that can know what to do in situations like that. But we thank you all so very much. Alice White, Al White, Ruth Smith, Lex and Lewis, we thank you very, very much. So we're going to leave you with this song, Far Away From Here.